Here we go. What you're looking at is because I know some of you weren't here, but you were, and were you here? Yeah. See, so this was the math test that we took in district, and I put the first 10 questions in here, the verbatim. Actually, first nine. I thought I said 10, but it says first nine. So I put the first 9 questions. So you're gonna see, guys, that they're not that bad. So look at question number 1. All they want is to simplify the expression. There's nothing in front of this. There's nothing in front of this first set of parentheses, so you can just drop those parentheses. But you see that negative right there? Distribute it. That's like a -1. So here's how it's going to look. 4x squared minus 2x plus 6 minus 2x squared minus 5x. And then negative times a negative is there it is, plus 8. That's half the battle. So then the first thing I would do, guys, look at the highest degree. The highest degree is 2. If you see any degrees higher than 2, delete. So delete. And then I'd go 4x squared minus 2x squared. That's 2x squared. So immediately delete. So now it's between A and B. So now it's a 50-50 chance. And now let's see, negative 2x minus 5x. That's negative 7x. And then finally, 6 plus 8, 14. And then there it is. And then we circle that answer that we get. What do you guys think of that one? Come in, guys. You can come in. Yeah, go ahead. What'd you think? Hold on, miss. Don't tell me. Vega? Oh, I know you. I'm trying to. Michelle? Marisela. I knew it started with an M. What do you think, Marisela? Not that bad? Okay. What do you think, Delgadillo? Okay. Check it out. Look at the next one. So, yeah, you can. Don't worry, mister. You're good. You received scores of 70, 85, and 90 on your first 3 tests in the history class. What score do you need on your next test to achieve an overall mean of 83? All right, guys, don't freak out. Just go like this. Okay, you got the first 70, then you got an 85, then you got a 90, and we don't know what the next grade is, but I know that when I average all 4 of these, I better get a what? 83. So that's how you do it. That's the setup. Did the setup make sense? All right, so then all you're doing now is solving for x, guys. So the first move, multiply by 4, both sides. So times 4 times 4. So then you take your calculator. So let me get my calculator here, guys. So you take your calculator. Come on. Sorry, guys, I should have had it already ready to go. 332. And then can you add these 3 for me right here? So you have 245 plus x equals, and what did it equal again, Vega? 332. And now all I got to do to get x by itself is just what? Subtract. You see the deal? So you are beast at math. You subtract, and then we get, what number do you guys get? 87. And that's the average that we got to get. See? It's not that bad. Not that bad. Look at question 3. Here's where some of you guys might start getting like, oh my God, I don't know. Let's go slow. And we're going to show you how to do it with the calculator too, the advanced feature. The sequence A of n, where n equals 1, 2, 3, so they're talking about whole numbers, is an arithmetic sequence. So arithmetic just means they keep adding or subtracting something, right? If A of 33 is 220 and A of 45 is 256, and find A of 1. Okay. First, let's find out how much they're adding every term. So do 256 minus 220, and 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 36. So I found out that the difference is 36. Next, we're going to find out the 33 term to the 45th term. That looks like 12. 33, 43, 45, 45. Okay, so in 12 terms, they added 36. So to find out how much you're adding per term, go 36 divided by 12. 12, 24, 36. So 3. Before I continue, do you guys understand what I'm trying to do here? Like, I'm trying to find out how much they added every time. That 33 in the bottom is like the 33rd term, 34, then 35, 36, all the way to they got to the 45th term and they got 256. Now, what are they asking? What is A of 1? So the big deal here that I think many kids mess up. See how that says 833? So I think a lot of people mess up. What is the difference between the 33rd term and the first term? How many terms are in between them? 32 terms. So here's what you're going to take. Here's what you're going to do. Take the 220, and we're going to go backwards. So you're going to subtract, and you're going to go 3 times 32. Does that make sense? All right, so I'm going to take my calculator. I'm going to go 220 minus 3 times 32. And I got 124. But hold on, I just want to make sure that that is the correct answer. I'm pretty sure it is. But let's find out. I'm going to write A's of n equals, and look, I'm going to let this help me out. 220. No, not 220. If I'm going to call this my first one, I'm going to go 124 plus 3 times n minus 1. Okay, perfect. I don't know, guys. I'm in case you're wondering, Chavez, what are you doing? You're confusing me. I'm just checking. So notice if I plug in n equals 1, I get 124. Do you guys notice that? So if I plug in n equals 33 in here, I better get 220. So let's see, 124 and then 33 minus 1 is 32. So try it. 124 plus 3 times 32. And I do. Now I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna try the 45th one. 45 minus 1 is 44. So I'm gonna go 124. I just want to check, guys. I'm just checking. 124 plus 3 times 44. 256. Does that say 256? Yep, I got it. I was just checking. It worked. How do we feel? Okay. Question number 4, guys. It says, Linda is deciding which 2 of her 8 available music classes to take next semester. How many different combinations, underline the word combination, of music classes can she choose? All right. From 8, choose 2. Have you ever seen this symbol? It's a stats symbol. It's a combination symbol. There's also permutation. This is combination. So whenever you get something like this, take your calculator, push the math button. And it's going to be under, I think it's going to be under probability. Go to prob, and there it is. Do you see number 3? Click on that one, and then just put an 8 on this one and a 2 on this one. That's the easiest way. So there's my answer, 28. Without doing a full-blown lesson, that means 8 factorial over 8 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. We would have to do a lesson, guys, to understand what all that is. So for now, let's just do it this way, and I think we'll be okay for now. Cool or not cool? Okay, so here we go. Questions like this one. If you find yourself like this one, I'm going to show you the easy way, and then I'm going to show you how to do it with a calculator where you don't have to do any thought. Cool or not cool? All right, so here's the easy way. Put them in order, like from smallest to largest. Negative 1, comma, 1, comma, 2, comma, 4, comma, 5, comma, 11. All right. It wants a median. Median means middle. Whenever you have something like this, and I haven't tried it out yet, so hopefully I'm not wrong. But if I remember correctly, because stats is not my specialty, but if I remember correctly, look, if it's an even number, you're gonna have to average them out. So I'm canceling out 1 from each end to see what the middle is, and I keep doing that. Bam, bam. So there it is. I cancel 2 from the left. I cancel 2 from the right. These 2 are in the middle. So what you do, you add them up and average it out. What's in the middle between 2 and 4? So that is the median. Now, hopefully the calculator will agree with me. I hope, because I'm not fake. If I type this into a table, the calculator will tell you the median. Chop, how do you do that? I just want to do it with the calculator forever and ever. Take your calculator. So help do it with me, guys. Push the stat button. You see the stat? Push it. Push enter on edit. Just push enter. Does everyone have this? Okay, type in that data. 1, 2. I'm just typing in the data that I have right there. 1, 2, 1, 2. What was the next one? Negative 1. What's the next one after that? 5, 11, 4. Okay, check it out. There's 6 terms. It tells me right here that there are 6 terms. See, I'm gonna get out of there. So how do you get out of there? Push the second button and then put quit. Let me clear this. All right, here's what you're gonna do. Ready? Push that. Go to CALC. That stands for calculate. And it's the very first one variable statistics. Push enter, and it's going to say list L1, frequency list, leave it alone, calculate, enter. And okay, there it is. Well, it's not in there, but if I scroll down, it will be, I hope. So this tells you your average, the sum squared, some call that a variance, right? Standard deviation, and stands for the number of terms. The minimum, scroll down. Look at that. Okay, I'm glad it agreed. The MED stands for median. Did we get 3 as a median? There it is. So if you get a question like this and you just have a whole bunch of numbers, just type it in the calculator and the calculator will do it for you. Cool or not cool? See? By the way, guys, is this helping out? Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, I love these right here in particular. I like to do these with Venn diagrams. Let's see what it says. If the probability of event A happening is P of A equals 0.3 and the probability of event B happening is 0.5 and the probability of both A and B happening is, so this is A and B, 0.2. What is the probability of either A or B happening? Okay, so do this. Do a circle and do another circle overlapping. I'm going to call this A. I'm going to call this B. I'm going to put this in a rectangle. And this is a big one that I want. This stands for probability of A and B. And I'm going to put this right smack in the middle, 0.2. Now, they told me the probability of A happening is 0.3. So you see this circle that says A? It better add up to 0.3 total. So if I already used up 0.2, that means that I got 0.1 remaining. So there it is, 0.1. And if I already used up, let's say for B, I already used up 0.5 or 0.2, and it's supposed to add up to 0.5, the probability of B. So this is going to be 0.3. Do you guys see that? Okay, now the whole thing adds up to a 1. So well, it better be because it's a 1 is for 100%. 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So on the outside, put 0.4 in case they ask what's the probability of not A or B, or A and B. A or B. Let's just answer this question. What is the probability of either A or B happening? Okay, the probability of A or B happening is these 3 right here added up. See? 0.3 plus 0.2, 0.5 plus 0.1, 0.6. And there it is. What do you guys think? See? So if you had my classmates, you'd be beast. Unless you don't think I'm explaining clearly. Go ahead and miss. I accept criticism, so please ask. All right, check it out. Here's where we're going to be able to use our calculator Vega with the series. I'll show you also with this one too. Find the sum of the arithmetic series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus ... and it ends at 46. All right, I think the easiest way to do this, hopefully you've seen my videos on sigma notation, and I think the easiest way is to say n equals 1 to 46 of n. So what does that mean? Well, look, if I start at 1, and I just keep going up all the way until I reach what number? 46. See, and this will add it for me. Child, but how do I use it? Like this. Instead of n, we're going to use the letter x. So on your calculator, I'm going to go second quit. Push the math button. Now scroll down until you see something called summation. Do you see it right there? It says summation and it has this little symbol. Push enter. And I'm going to push, the letter that I'm going to use is X because I think that's the easiest. So I put X and I'm going to start at what number? 1, and I'm going to go all the way to 46. And then for the summation, this in here, what am I going to put? Yep, and push enter. And look at that. There's also another way to do it. I'll show you the other way. The other way to do it is to do this. You see these terms? If you count backwards, 1 plus 2 plus ... and then see, that one's going to be 44, 45, and 46. Look, when I add them up, all these terms, when I add them up, is 47. Do you guys notice that? Do you guys see that? It is like a hack. So I can say, look, every time I add up these terms, it's 47, and I'm doing that how many times? 46 times. And then, of course, that's going to be double. I don't want double, so you just divide by 2. And that better be that number right here. So I'm going to go 47. 47 times 46. And then whatever that is, divide by 2. This is just another way, guys. See? I'm really happy that it came out to the same one. I didn't know, I couldn't remember if it was going to work or not. But the logic always makes sense. And there it is, guys. But now you're learning how to use the calculator, the advanced features. Isn't that cool? So you don't have to do it that way. Just use the calculator with the summation. How do we feel? Okay. Okay, with this one right here, guys, there is a formula. I'm going to give you the formula, but relax. I'm going to show you how to do it with the calculator as well. If it's a geometric series, and you can only do this with geometric, and this is why having geometry is important, because you do something like this. This is called a ratio, guys. And relax, I'll show you how to do it with a calculator, see if the calculator can handle it. There's a formula that says you can always just do a of 1, the very first term, and this, or I guess I'm going to write a of 0 because this one starts at 0. A of 0 divided by 1 minus your r, your ratio. And that's your first term right there. And then r, that's your ratio, or your sometimes they call it a radius as well, but that's if you're in calculus. We're not there yet. So there it is. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to use this formula, and don't worry, I'm going to show you a hack on how you can do it with a calculator, and hopefully it's the same. It should be. It should be. All right. So check it out, guys. So using this hack, I'm just going to plug in that 0 in here to see what my first term is. 6 3/4 to the 0. Hopefully you remember from your Algebra 1 days, anything raised to the 0 is 1. So all I get is 6 times 1, which I get is 6. So according to this, I can find my sum, because it says find the infinite sum. 6 divided by 1 minus, and what was my r? 3/4. And there it is. Just type that into the calculator. So I'm going to go, here's how you do it, guys. You can, I'm sure you can do it just by looking at it, but just in case. Alpha y equals, push enter, look, you get a little fraction. 6 over 1 minus, I'm going to push alpha y equals to get my little fraction. And what was it, 3/4? And check it out, 3/4, enter. There it is. Again, guys, if you find that hard, I'll show you another way. Okay. Don't we have, we don't have CASs, they're not CAS, but I think if you go to a high enough K, you'll start converging to that value. Didn't we just use this feature a little while ago? Okay, let's use it again, guys. So tell me, what do I push? Math. And then I'm going to scroll down until I find what? Summation, enter. And I'm going to make it look exactly like that. But instead of the letter K, I'm going to use what letter? X. So I'm going to say X, and I'm going to put equal to 0. Child, what number do I use on the top? Start small, because if you put a big number, the calculator is going to take forever. So start small. So let's do 10 of them. 10. And then if we get a weird number, we'll start adding some more. You know what I mean? And then right here, I'm going to put 6, parenthesis, and I'm going to put 3/4. You can use the fraction feature, or you can just put 3/4, 3/4. And then I'm going to put to what power? X. Yeah, make it look exactly like that. Let's push enter. I don't think it's going to be 24. Okay, why is it wrong? Notice where my X is at. It needs to be outside the 3/4. And the way it's written right now, it's outside of everything. Do you guys see that? Okay, delete. Let me go back inside. There it is. Now it's correct. There we go. Okay, 22.98. All right, let's do more. So I'm going to scroll up. And instead of 10, I'm going to put what? What's a good number? 20? You can probably already guess just by that. Look at that. 23.94. It's getting closer and closer to what? Yep. I bet you if we put 100, let's see. My calculator is faster than your calculator, but your calculator might take a while if you put 100. Let's see. 100. Okay, look, there it is. It's already at 24. It's not really 24, guys, with the 100. It's probably 23.999999, but it's good enough. Do you see how we did it? Okay. Did it work? It's still working? Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Is that it might take forever. In case it takes forever, you can break it by doing second break, and not break as in break, but break as in stop executing. Cool or not cool? Okay, now check this out. This question here, this is what the winner, did you guys watch my winter break homework? Okay, this is those type of questions, guys. So let's just do it. Let's see. If Louis deposited 1750 into an account, by the way, this is a question from District, guys, in an account with 6% annual interest rate compounded weekly and has $3,187.61 after a certain amount of time, then how many months has the principal been compounded? Okay, you guys ready? Hopefully you remember. So let's see, 3,187 and 61 cents equals the initial amount, 1,750, parenthesis, 1 plus interest rate divided by how often it's compounded. 0.06 over, okay, this is weekly. How many weeks in a year? 50 what? Yeah, 52. Oh, actually? Yes. To the power 52t. When you solve this, okay, be careful. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure that I'm going to try and trick you enough. I haven't done it yet, but I'm about to do it right now. When you solve this t is in years, not months, because we're putting how often it's compounded. Yeah, looking at those numbers, it looks like it. Because look how off those numbers are. I bet you we're going to get one of those. All right, so here we go. All you're doing is solving for t, guys. So it depends on how much algebra you know. First move, I'm going to get rid of that 1750. So I'm going to divide by 1750. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So I take my calculator. 31, I already forgot it. What was it, guys? 0.61. And I'm dividing by what? 1750? Just 1750? Okay. 1.82149. Keep all that number, all the digits. 1.82149 equals, and for now I'm going to leave it like this. I'll figure out what this is in the calculator in a little bit. Okay. You might have seen this in algebra. I'm not sure, but hopefully if you did it during the winter break, you got a good, you know what. I want to bring that 52t down. How do I bring it down? Logs, ln. I'm going to put ln on the left, and I'm going to put ln on the right, because I'm going to use log rules. That 52t comes to the bottom. Look at my winter break homework, guys. Winter break video to see how a little lesson on that. When I do that, here we go. I'm going to come back. I'm going to have ln of 1.82149 equals 52t. ln of 1 plus 0.06 over 52. All right, I want to get t by itself. So to get t by itself, this is all a product. 52 times ln of that. So you're going to divide by 52 ln of whatever this is. So t equals, so this one first. And don't round, guys. Use whatever you have in the calculator. I'll show you right now. Divided by 52 ln 1 plus 0.06 over 52. So take your calculator, and I'm literally going to make it look like that. So I'm going to do alpha y equals enter, and I'm going to go ln. Let's see if it works. And I'm going to push up, and I'm going to push enter like that. Yes, it works. Awesome. See? And on the bottom, I'm going to type 52 ln, and I already forgot 1 plus alpha y equals enter was 6%, right? So 0.06 over 52. Okay, before I push enter, guys, remember that the answer I'm going to get is in what? No, it's going to be a decimal, but the time, this is my time. It's in years, so it's not going to be months. Yeah, I knew they were going to do that. That's years. And notice they don't want the answer in years. Notice what they say there. How many months has a principal been compounded? Is your answer in there, the 10? But is it 10 months? No. It's 10 what? Years. Man, those guys are so sneaky. 10 years. How many months are in a year? So how do I find out how many months in 10 years? No, not divide it. Yeah, multiply it, because there's 12 months in a year. What's 12 times 10? Is 120 in there? Look how sneaky they are. They're so sneaky. Was that the last one here, guys? Okay. So this is what I got a chance to type out. And it's coming directly from this. So do you guys think we can score pretty good on this? Yeah, see, it's not that bad. And there's others. There's questions here with Pascal's triangle, more summations that you can use your calculator. Anytime you see data, guys, just put it in a table immediately. Which of the following says contains an outlier? Oh yeah. Just put it in a table immediately. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys feeling good? Ask me. What's up? You can use log, and you would actually get the same answer. But log needs a base. If you do just use log by itself, it has a base 10. But you can use log and you'll get the same answer. Check it out. Because I want to answer your question, Vega. So if I were to go alpha y equals enter, and I were to go to log, I'm just going to go ahead and just type a few. It's going to be off a little bit, but 1.821491429 close over log 1 plus alpha. Did I mess up? Oh yeah, I'll put it right now. 0.06 and then 52 down here. Let me get out of there. And let me put a 52 in the beginning. There we go. Second insert. 52. Bam. You get the same answer. So you can use either or. Okay. How do we feel, guys? All right. So practice, guys. I put some lessons on Decathlon, on Delta. It's over this, specifically that one, because I also saw that one when you guys were up there. And remember, you were there when you guys were up there, and they asked like how many years for it to be blah blah blah. Do you remember that question? And look, there it is. If you're fast enough, you can do it. Like it's not 30 seconds. I think is enough if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then it's just a guess. That question when they ask about what's the coefficient in front of the x to the whatever, that's that Pascal's triangle one. If you're fast enough and you know what you're doing, I think 30 seconds to a minute is more than enough. But if you don't know it, then it's just a guess. Does that make sense, guys? So the key is investing time. If you invest time in whatever I put in the Delta math, we have a real shot to do really well in math. Do we feel cool? All right, so make sure you at least look at it, guys. Look at them. Watch the videos a little bit. And whatever Ms. Garcia is hitting you with, make sure you take care of business. And we're good.